What is the point of the transmission cover on your Harley Davidson M8 Softail or Tourer? Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Very quick video here. I'm talking about the transmission cover, and I'm just in the middle of modifying that to put a vent in it. You've seen all the videos, I'm sure. You can go back and watch my last one on that as well. However, what I really wanted to talk about was the transmission cover itself. What's the point of it? Is it to have the transmission vent there? Well, no, because they could just have a vent in the casing itself. So what's the point of it? You can't work on the gearbox from that transmission cover because you need to pull the whole transmission out the right hand side there, of course. So what's the point? Okay, so there are two reasons why the transmission cover is on there. One is for an inspection and the other one is for the shift pull. Okay, so let me just get a quick view on the other side for you and you'll have a better idea. So there you can see I've taken off the transmission cover, and you can't really see a lot from this angle from the right side, or for that matter the left hand side right there. Okay, so what you'll need is one of these, which is an endoscope, and you'll be able to stick it into the housing there and have a look at all the gearings. You'll probably be able to get a good view of the third, fourth, fifth, sixth gear, probably not the first, second, maybe not even the third, but you kind of stick it in there, have a little rummage around. Obviously be careful not to drop anything in there, but you'll be able to look at the gears itself, and also you'll be able to look at the shifter drum as well, or the shift cam, which sits on top. So basically on a horizontal plane you've got the two shafts, front and rear as it were. You got the counter shaft and you got the main shaft. So the clutch and the drive sprocket is on the main shaft, and then it goes through and then it drives the counter shaft, and then you've got forks on top which slide up and down on that shifter drum or shifter cam, and that moves dogs left and right to engage the different gears. So one shaft drives the other. So basically sometimes one shaft is freewheeling and the other shaft is engaged in a cog, for want of a better word. There's a much better explanation out there, I'm sure, but essentially you've got the two shafts sitting in front of each other. On top of that, that's where you've got the shifter cam or the shifter drum right on top. So on that shifter drum, on that shift cam, on this side you've got the shift cam, which is basically a spaced ring as it were, and it kind of goes in like that, almost like a wide cog, a wide spacing cog. And that's what rotates the whole drum, the whole cam, and that's what moves those forks backwards and forwards or left and right so that it can move the gears. How that turns is via your shift linkage here. And then that is connected to the shifter right there, and that goes through the casing, and then it moves the shift pull right here. That one there. So if you ever have to remove the shift pull for whatever reason, then you have to take off the transmission cover, because you have to be able to take you have to be able to undo it from either side to be able to extract it. Also sometimes there is a spring right at the top there. Those can break, or those can wear out or become loose, and that's where you'll get a really sloppy shifter linkage as well, or it may not even engage into gear. You may not be able to change gear because that is broken. So that's the whole point of the transmission cover, really. It's inspection, just to have a good old look around in there. It's that shifter pull to be able to check that it's working, and also to be able to repair it if need be, or replace it. But also to extract the gearbox from it, you have to lift that shifter pull out of the way. You basically lift it out and you just rest it away from the cam, just a bit of wood on there, or hold it up with some wire or something. I think most service manuals say just rest it on a rag or something like that, whatever. Regardless, you just pull it out of the way, then that you'll be able to pull out the gearbox like that. So that's the whole point of the transmission cover, really. It's an okay design. I just think you could have been done in a better way, but there we go. I'm not sure what better way it is. It's just a pain in the arse to get off. That's the only problem. And for me, if I'm taking off that transmission cover, I'm trying to get as much equipment around the engine away as possible. So basically take off the exhaust, disconnect the O2 sensor, that kind of thing, the wiring, all that kind of stuff, just to get out of the way so you basically can get in there with your hands. Anyway, I hope that explains a little bit of what the transmission cover is there for and what you can actually do in there and how you can maybe if you're hearing funny noises from your gearbox as well, before sending it somewhere else to have, you know, somebody else have a look at it, maybe it's a case of just take off that transmission cover, get your endoscope in there, have a good look around, and you might be able to detect whether your gears is screwed up or not. Right, catch you again on another video. Come very soon. Cheers.